This is Mazel Akraz, the Chamber of Glory. My brother and my sons lie within. Let us go now to them.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I am here with Gandalf, who wishes to tell me what we're going to be doing here in this tomb, Mazal Akraz. It seemed appropriate for Dees to go on ahead and for the rest of us to follow along behind. Her brother Thor and her sons Fili and Kili lie entombed within. And while our purpose here is one of importance, I do not wish to work any disrespect upon the fallen. I will meet you at the bottom, Pineleaf. Keep watch upon your footing. Descend. What is this? A treacherous stairway or anything like that? This can't be very old by Dwarven standards if this were built for Fili and Keely and for Thorin. Though perhaps it's actually, it looks like it's a bit older than that. Yes, perhaps it's an old ancient tomb of some sort here. Maybe Dory will know? I have explored many of the dwarf holes that stand still in Middle-earth, but few can compare to the grand chambers within and beneath the lonely mountain. Look about you at Mazal Akraz, and know that its beauty and grandeur are deserved by those who rest within. Alright, and I guess that means I head on down this way, and perhaps there's a little bit more history that Nori could tell me about. The Battle of Five Armies claimed the lives of Thorin Oakenshield and his nephews Fili and Keely. All three of them fought bravely and well, and without their courage things that night might have gone differently. We owe them each a debt, even today, so many years later. Alright, is this the next... no, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to... Alright. Yeah, Dwarven architecture. If this is relatively new, it certainly hasn't changed any. As unsafe as ever. Hello, Bomber. We must take a brief rest, and then we will be off again. Do not wait on my account, Pineleaf. I will be along shortly. These steps are perilous for the young, but they can be... What can be done? Nothing. I show them as much patience as I'm able to, and I ask you to do the same. I think they're perilous for everyone, especially hobbits. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Definitely not designed for the living, I guess. And then we have Beefer. Mazal Akraz was delved deep, fashioned with the labor of our finest dwarves, for Thorin and his nephews deserved a grand tomb. But it cannot hold a flickering candle to the glory of Khazad-dûm, where my son now adventures. The reports I have heard from both sea and the Iron Garrison still fill me with pride, and I delight at their successes. Well, we may have some bad news in that department, but that's another matter. And here we are for Bofer. It has been some time since my son Broger has written to me of his adventures with the Iron Garrison in Khazad-dûm, but all accounts the avenues and halls of that great kingdom make for beautiful sights like no other. Well, I have been to Khazad-dûm. Unfortunately, it has fallen into a bit of decay here. And this is... Well, I suppose lavish tombs is certainly nothing new. Thorin was my cousin. I hope he rests well and still keeps the Arkenstone safe. He came to regret some of the words he spoke to Bilbo. In the end, he repented of them as they departed in kindness. We all thought it right that the heart of the mountain be laid to rest with Thorin. The disagreements concerning its disposition came later. Alright. It's glowing. And then we have here Dwalling. I and my retinue arrived during the Battle of Dale, and joined the fighting with great relish. This visit to the tomb of my cousin fills me with some more worry than did the exertion of that battle. If the heart of the mountain does not lie within, what then will we do? Bah! We will soon know. We're near to the platform. Yes, we are. I hope that gave Dees enough time to be with her brother. There we go. There was Thorin. Alright. There's Thorin Oakenshield. And here is... Well... Alas! I never did learn to see... I guess that would have to be Keely. That has to be Keely, right? And then we have here... No, who knows? Alright, I need to get better on my Dwarven runes, obviously. But I guess it's time to get going. I am ready, Pineleaf. Let us see what there is to see. Right, everybody else is arriving. The Arkenstone remains with Thorin. So, that's it then? We must be satisfied with our decline? Surely not! Well, what do you say? It eases my heart to know that the Arkenstone remains with Thorin. But this means that the decline of this people's craft skill must have another cause. A wizard's guess is not the same as any other's, Pineleaf, and it is the guess of this wizard that the loss of the dwarf rings might be blamed for this decay. The rings of Anya, called Handor by the dwarves, was taken from Thrain by Sauron and must have perished in the fall of Barad-dûr. But if that's true, the decline cannot be reversed. The decay cannot be prevented? Decline? Decay? These words need not sting you so deeply. Bah! You're not a dwarf. You're a wizard. You cannot understand, Gandalf. But I am a dwarf dwelling. I say I have seen good days, and I have seen bad. A dwarf will persevere through the bad and bring about the good. Yes. No decline cannot be overcome. This speaks wisely. All things change, sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. Nothing can stay the same forever. Even the words we speak change with the passage of time. In the old tongue, the Northmen called this town Dalheim. As the years passed, the name was shortened to Dalheim. In time, Dalheim became Daleholm, and more simply, Dale. Fascinating. It truly is! Consider the last ruling lord of Daleholm, Geirjarn III, slain by Smaug. The elves interpreted the name of Geirjarn as they heard it, and it became Girion. Why, when I first came to these lands, I was not known as Gandalf. The men of the lake, the Lag Thutha, called me Wandalb. Over the years, their language slowly changed, and Wandalf became Gandalf. In fact, is the lecture done? Is it time to eat? We hope that time is wrong. 16 minutes. Pineleaf, I've had a thought. Oh, okay. Oh, good. 16 minutes earlier than expected. From Dalheim came Dalheim, which passed into Daleholm and now Dale. Geirjam became Girion, whose necklace caused much trouble between Thranduil, the wood of the dwarves and the mountains. Of all my many names, that which I wear in the north was not first. Even that came from Wandalb, for Frumgar called me the elf of the wand, not knowing my true nature. Wood, lake, mountain, and stone, each has their own words, and even when they speak of the same thing, they may not find understanding. Pineleaf, what if the artifact for which we seek, this Bugdatish, never existed at all? Since this journey began, neither friend nor foe has learned aught of it. No sign of this relic can be found. What if Ugrahor seeks an artifact that never was? Words can mean different things in different contexts, my friend, and even a small change can greatly affect the word's meaning. Can it be that Ugrahor does not look for that which we assumed? Oh? So what does Ugrahor seek? In the Black Speech, the word Bugdatish is very clear. It means namekeeper and brings to mind a relic or an artifact. But what if there was either a mistake? What if the word was misheard? What if the word spoken was not Bugdatish, but was Bugdash instead? What does that mean? What does it matter? In the Black Speech, the word Bugdash means the name given at birth. It may be that Ugrahor seeks no artifact. It may be that he seeks his Bugdash, his true name. But will that help him? That remains to be seen, Master Dwarf. If Ugrahor believes this knowledge can help him, it falls upon us to learn why. But let us now leave Thorin and his nephews in peace. We will discuss this above. Of course, Ugrahor may be mistaken. Karazgar might be looking for his true name, perhaps. And Ugrahor may have misheard what Karazgar is looking for. To me, that sounds more likely. Thank you for suggesting this excursion, Pineleaf. I enjoyed seeing my kin again, though they be gone for many years. You will always be welcome at Ravenhill whenever you wish to visit me. As for your wizard, he talks too much. Leave him behind when you come to visit. Okay. Yes, understood. Now let's find out what Thorin has to say about our report.
I am satisfied by your report.
And I am put at ease by the knowledge that the Arkenstone is still kept safe by Thorin Oakenshield beneath the mountain. There is no end of mischief that Karasgar and the others of his ilk seek to work upon my lands and my people, but the heart of the mountain remains beyond his reach. I am less pleased by Gandalf's supposition that the loss of the dwarf ring Handorm has caused a diminishment of our craft skill, for such a loss cannot be reversed. That ring is gone, along with the others to which we held a claim, and none of them are coming back. It is not our way to give up hope, and our artisans will continue to strive, but I mourn the great works that once were made and will now have no rivals. Thank you all the same, Pineleaf. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Now, let's see what Gandalf has to say.
This feels right to me.
The Gurzu gained their continuing lives through the powers of Sauron, and now that he is gone, perhaps that power fades. Can it be their strength declines even now, just as the craft skill of the dwarf lessens, and the absence of the dwarf rings? Do the Gurzu seek some means of survival, some power to counteract this decay? It would explain Ugarkor's desperation, Pineleaf. If it is not Bugdatish he seeks, not an artifact, but a Bugdash, a birth name, perhaps he believes this information will stave his decline. We must remain vigilant and keep the Gurzu from attaining the knowledge that will save them. This journey was valuable, my friend. Though we defeated no Gurzu and found neither artifact nor weapon, the wisdom we found is treasure enough. I will ask the king to grant me a room within the mountain, and will retire there to consider our next course of action. Then we will face the Gurzu and bring them to an end. Well, let's have good luck in doing that. Now, let's see, what do we have here? We have, I suppose, plus 20 a light. Whippy-doo! Oh, that'll come in handy when we... I'm trying to think if we have to do that when we go into Minas Morgul. Whee! Whatever these Gurzuls seek, we're gonna still have to try to figure out what Karasgar is up to in his efforts. So I'm gonna retrace my steps all the way back to the Raft Elves to see if I could find any other traces of Karasgar's operations, and that's what we're gonna do in the next episode of Complete Pineleaf.